to something that we haven't talked to a lot. Governor Sisolak is going to be speaking today at 3 p.m. He's going to be talking a little bit more about Phase 1. Apparently, some of these restaurants are going to be reopening in these casinos. But my next question is, okay, what does that mean for casinos? You don't want people walking around the casino floor, right?
Well, I think that means I'm going to win my bet.
Well, I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that casinos are going to open.
I have been told from a pretty good source that Governor Sisolak has given the authority as far as the when of opening Nevada gaming to the NGC, or the Nevada Gaming Commission. And there are several casinos. Harrah's is one. Treasure Island is one. Boyd Gaming. There are several casinos that are taking reservations right now for next Friday.
Now, they have done that before, and then they had to move it back. I mean, but they're planning just in case, right?
And not only that, the Rio lights were on 2 nights ago. The Bellagio fountain has been turned on. With the restaurants opening back up, I think it's kind of a telltale sign that we're going to see Nevada gaming opening up most likely in the next 2 weeks. Most likely, in my opinion, I think it's going to happen next Friday.
So why do you think, because this is something Brian and I were talking about before the show, and no judgments here, no preconceived, why do you think that the governor said in his roadmap to recovery that casinos would be opening in a later phase, like 3 or 4, and then all of a sudden they're going to skip phases and just
pressure
from
not only his constituents, not only the residents of Nevada, not only the unemployed, not only the small businesses that are going out of business, but also I think the mayors of the specific cities in Las Vegas, or in Nevada, along with a lot of the Clark County Commission. I think there's been a lot of pressure from other politicians, people in power,
casino owners,
definitely casino owners in the state of Nevada that have pushed forward this decision.
So
it's warranted because this sales tax revenue is 40% of all the revenue that the state gets to pay for things like cops and fire departments.
So you think we're gonna skip phase 2, 3, and just go right to 4?
I do believe we are going to do that. Yes,
within the next month. Or so.
Otherwise, everything will be shut down until July.
Okay. Well, it remains.
By that logic, we're still in phase 1, and we've got 3 weeks in phase 1, then 3 weeks in phase 2, 3 weeks in phase 3, and then finally in phase 4, which should be probably early or mid-July. We'll be at that point, and I don't believe that that's going to happen at this point. And I've been saying this on the show for months, by the way.
And to remind people real quick of the wager, if casinos, any casino, right, any gaming,
right,
small or big,
in Nevada,
opens up in the state of Nevada before June 1st,
right,
as in the month of May, then Brian has to say publicly on the air that he is an idiot and buffoon. And then if they open after May, it's the other way around. You, JD, will have to call yourself an idiot and buffoon.
One thing we didn't go over was, can that just be I think we have to probably 10 seconds. It has to be 10 seconds. It can't just be 3 seconds or 4 seconds. You can't just say very quickly. I mean, over the course of 10 seconds, either I or you have to say what?
Let's say if you lose the bet, hi, I'm JD Sharp, and I'm an idiot and a buffoon.
10 seconds. That was actually 4 seconds, so it's got to be a little more drawn out.
We didn't negotiate.
But I think that's very reasonable.
We didn't negotiate.
I'd like to add that as a caveat.
All you got to do is say your name, and I'm an idiot and a buffoon.
Brian,
so that's
listen, I know you're a bubble-brained buffoon. Sometimes maybe a bisexual liberal in sheep's clothing.
That's actually true, by the way. People call me a lot of names on this show, but I'm totally okay with that.
That's deplorable, Gary.
I have no problem with that.
It was delightful.
But quickly, before we promote JD's protest this weekend, I'll be in Utah. Sorry, JD, I can't be there.
Hey, it's okay, Brian. You can't crash this one and hijack it. It's all right.
I've never crashed or hijacked anything. It's not my fault. The media would rather talk to me than some of the buffoons were at that protest a couple weeks ago.
That was on me not being there. I agree.
Kayleigh McHenry, the press secretary, just said, quote, "What we have done has been remarkable. We're ready for the fall." So, the ditz herself, Kayleigh McHenry, right there, ladies and gentlemen. But
I
anyway,
hope that's true.
Yeah.
And also, the flag for the Space Force has just been released about an hour ago.
It's breaking news everywhere.
Which I'm pretty excited about.
Look at all this breaking news. All right, JD, it's your time to shine here. Tell me a little bit about this protest that I will not be at this weekend.
You're not going to be there. So it's Saturday. It starts at 5 o'clock. We meet at 3 DMVs, Sahara, Durango, and Henderson. Go from there to the Alibaba parking lot where there will be speakers.
Alibaba? What's that?
Alibaba parking lot. It's a major parking lot very close to the Strip.
Is that like some sort of Saudi Arabian Mediterranean restaurant or something? What is that? Alibaba
parking lot, exactly. We're going to have speakers, Rosalie Bingham, Dan Rodimer, Sam Peters, Mindy Robinson. There's quite a few speakers that are obviously running for Republican office in the state of Nevada. District 1 through 4 will be there. And then we are going to march the Las Vegas Strip on foot, not in vehicle, on foot, then march back to Alibaba and finish off the protest. We recommend no weapons, no long guns, hopefully no one dressed up like quote-unquote G.I. Joe. But
how about Trump? How about Trump outfits?
You know, Trump outfits are okay. So was a Biden outfit. So was any type of
outfit.
Any type of political affiliation you have.
Like?
It does. Who knows?
Hair?
Who knows? Probably something like that. Walking,
Can I ask a question?
Walking around drooling.
I have a request.
Maybe falling asleep, talking to somebody. That would be a Biden outfit.
I have a request.
What's up?
Can you let Mindy do what she did on our show and just call all women murderers who have abortions?
Not all. She obviously has her opinions. You disagree with them. That's fine. But again, starts at 5 p.m. The various DMVs, if you're close, if you live in Henderson, go to the Henderson DMV. If you live out, in near Summerlin, probably go to the Durango DMV. If you live down by the Strip, go to the Sahara DMV. And then we meet at the Alibaba parking lot for the speakers. There's not going to be live music. There may be a food truck.
If you're
I'm not
illegal,
sure.
Are you allowed to show up?
I honestly, and this is going to be a pretty big deal. I've been in touch with. I've had several Metro police officers reach out to me, and Governor Sisolak's office actually reached out to another organizer and said verbatim, if you have live music, you will be arrested. And so we're not having live music, but we have the governor's attention, which is very interesting.
You had to cancel the mariachi band.
We had to cancel. I believe it was.
That's a shame.
I believe it was Bob Beers. Bob Beers was going to be.
Who's Bob Beers?
Bob Beers. He's a former politician, but he was going to actually be involved in singing. But we're not going to have live music.
Does he play the bass like Mike Huckabee?
I honestly don't know, but we're not going to have live music. Again, starts at 5, most likely ends around 7:30. DMVs, then Alibaba, then we are going to march the Strip.
By the way, not to be confused with Bob Beers, who played for the Boston Bruins and was a NHL hockey player. I don't know if you knew that, but Bob Beers was a former NHL hockey player as well. I just
not to be confused with De Beers.
I'm sorry, it's not Durango. It's Flamingo. The Flamingo DMV, not Durango. I was mistaken.
That's kind of important.
Yeah. Sorry.
So
the DMV is Henderson, Sahara, and Flamingo are the 3 different DMVs.
All right, fair enough. Good luck on your protest. I'll be in Utah playing golf, but I wish you luck there. I hope nobody gets hurt and there's no violence, and I hope there's nothing threatening in that protest like what we've seen in Michigan over the course of the last several weeks. I'm not sure anybody wants to see anything like that happen.